It was only yesterday. It was only yesterday that I was doing Steam stream stuff. Sorry, you gonna be bouncing on that ball the whole time? I'm gonna put this up here.
Don't worry, I'll be silent.
So they can hear my dulcet tones. Hello and welcome to another Stargate Simulwatch. How is everybody?
Perfectly covers
What is it? Who's all tired and tense? That's me. 2 years. What's going on? Yeah, we're live! Baz, don't fall off the ball again. Good point, Karem. Because you'll fall backwards this time into the electrical lights. You'll be electrocuted, and then you'll have superpowers like Spider-Man.
Great!
Hello from Maine. Hello from everywhere. Oh my God, Maine Patty, Fumbles McStupid, fabulous Fumbles McStupid. Thank you very much. Ang Beckett, Arrows, Bane, Ruby K, Laney, Lady 122. I don't know you. Hello. Pac Bomb, of course, wonderful Pac Bomb. Pac Bomb, who pointed out that for some reason in my tweeting, I got 8 p.m. in there for some reason. I think it was because I was talking to my wife about this COVID concert thing that was at 8 p.m. And I thought, I don't want to get in the way of the COVID concert. So I wrote down 8 p.m. Yeah, well done. Thank you for that. So I deleted that tweet days late and then reposted it. So there's that. Hello from Ohio. Hello, Ugly Pig Beast. Thank you very much for the subscription. Bradley, do you want to get up here? You want to stand up here so people can see? I just see the top of your head. I want everyone to see that this is the, there you go. So this is the Bratlet of which I speak. And it's, no, get off the book. Seriously, last time there was a terrible bouncing incident, which I hope somebody recorded and could be used as like a
incident will not happen.
It won't happen again?
Will not.
Okay, all right, very good. Just like it wasn't going to happen last time. Greetings from Germany, Dash Makal, at Dibida. I don't know. Hello from France. From everybody, not the ball. Fumbles Look Stupid is already saying not the ball. We got 38 minutes today, which I don't remember liking this episode. I remember loving the director because I absolutely adore Mario as a party. Just freaky shoot. I just absolutely love it. The ball, Arrows Bane, is the yoga ball that last time we did this, after being told numerous times by his loving father, in no uncertain terms, that he should not be bouncing on it. He bounced on it. He disappeared backwards, smacked his foot, and much hilarity for everybody. Bertley says the ball gives us great entertainment.
Great. So
Yeah, great. Yeah, please let's entertain the troops with my bouncing baby son and his injuries. So who else have we got here? Monica Lake. Hello, Monica Lake. Australian Llama. Hello, again. Karem, of course. Oops! Oh my God, there is actually a clip of you doing it, Baz. Someone clipped it. Did you really? Oh, that's good. Here we go. This is Baz on the thing, and then any second now he's going to disappear. Look at him. He looks like a llama right there. And then, whoa, that's it. Oh, and he looks so guilty, too. Oh, that's great. Okay. Can you bet on how long he can stay on it? Yeah, please. If we could condone this behavior as much as possible, that'd be fantastic. Thank you to everybody, by the way, yesterday for all of their crazy, lovely birthday greetings. That was absolutely. I feel really guilty saying that this whole Corona apocalypse thing has just been a kind of a fun experience for us. I mean, we're obviously, I know not for everybody else, and I feel very guilty saying that. I know there's a lot of people out there like risking their lives, and I very, very much appreciate that. But when you are basically in sort of lockdown and you sort of resign yourself to it, it's been kind of wonderful. Baz and I are still getting along. My wife probably wants to leave me at this point, but Baz and I still seem to be like, we're doing okay. We started off the first couple of days, we were like at each other's throats like right off the bat.
Are we still?
Are we still? Oh, great. Never mind.
Jonas, thank you for the time.
Oh, the joys of children and live Twitch streaming. Jonas, yes, thank you very much. Sarah Mythstar. Oh, we were just talking just recently, actually. Hello, welcome. With so many L's. Legend from Leicester. I was going to say Leicester. Oh my gosh, sorry. It's a full-time job, it's true. Arrows Bane, you guys are the best part of lockdown. Aw, that's sort of sweet. I don't know. That's a very backhanded comment. A backhanded compliment, I'd say. Has anyone seen Cal? I haven't seen Cal for ages. I'm assuming that Jack Jasser will join us too, I'm hoping as well. But seriously, thank you to everybody for the birthday greetings. My son made me tea in bed with hot cross buns, and we discussed PC components for an upgrade. Yeah, it was absolutely lovely. Then we had this crazy... So every Saturday, I do a Skype... I don't do it. My friends organize it because they're far more social than I am. Organize like a boys' night where at 6 p.m. It's so lame. From 6 till 7 on a Saturday night, we get together and we chat like old men complaining about our health, basically. And this time, we were Zoom bombed by my family and Hype Train.
Thank you, Tony.
And so they all joined us at various, and it was just a litany of Zoom disasters, basically, because I thought by accident I had included my father in on our boys chat, and I thought he would hate that, and we would, that could be awkward, but as it turns out, he just showed up early because my dad likes to show up early.
15 minutes early.
Wait a sec. Zydeer, why can you not participate in your viewing party? Because I have to buy the DVDs from all the 3 series. Does anyone have any... I mean, it must be on YouTube somewhere, isn't it? Like, I don't mean to be exclusionary. The whole idea for this thing was that we'd watch it together without anyone going to jail because, there's obviously piracy issues with me actually presenting it to you. Unless I maybe put it on the screen with an upside-down cat or something, superimposed over it so that the algorithms don't capture it. But Xenos is here already pitching the donations. Thank you very much. So just to let everyone know what this is about. This is about saying...
Thank you for the 3 gifted subs to Mally.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah, thank you, Schnooty.
That's Nightmare.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
and Pac-Mom subscribed again. This is to say thank you to all of these fabulous people who have been doing either donating money or Dremel claw cleaners, or D-Stat, who's been fantastic he's a sponsor now. Like he's so involved in this stuff. And it's just to say thank you to everybody, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch or Twitter or any of these things, just for supporting the Tech Bandits. It's been amazing. I don't know how to do it exactly, but I'm about to deliver little Arduino boards to. There they are. I'm about to deliver little Arduino boards to my Tech Bandits kids in the neighborhood, so they can start building a COVID distancing app thing. So that said, I'll now cough like I've got it. Anyway, so it's just been amazing, and it just makes this all possible. And we got, it helped me print a bunch of face shields, which I'm hoping no one needs now in Toronto, because it sounds like things are beginning to. The production lines are in place. So yes. So what do we got? What do we got to talk about? Anyone else got anything in here?
Thank you, Dust Michael.
Hello, Jeff Lex. Hello, Annette Band. Hello again. We've already said hello to Australian Llamas. We should probably start watching. Should we start watching the show? What do we think? So this is episode. Hey, Pixie Rose. Yes, Stargate lovers like, yes, can we just start? Let's stop with the talking and get on with the Stargate. I hear you. So,
Jack.
We've got our Jack Jasra. Wonderful Jack Jasra. Have we put those new icons on yet? Baz?
We have one. We have that one.
No, but there's the other ones that he worked on. He gave us the I sent you the instructions. Worst assistant ever. He's like, second only to Zelenka. Zelenka! This is like Zelenka's first episode, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah, this is like Zelenka's first episode. David, I need a U.S. shield maker, although I'd be happy to pay you to ship me one.
Soda Crafter, thank you so much for the $10.
Thank you, Soda Crafter. Pac-Mom needs a U.S. shield maker. So is there somebody who's doing 3D printing of shields in the U.S. that could coordinate with Pac-Mom on that? I will ask. I can put a call out to my fabulous 3D printing nerds and see if there's somebody out there who's doing that.
Yes,
Doki Doki Baka, do we have someone that can translate
Bertley,
Radek?
I very much so agree with you.
What's this?
Nothing.
Hello from Scotland. All right, fantastic. All right, let's get this show started. So we've got 38 minutes. This is, for me, it's episode 3.
For most people, it'll be, for people that watch on Amazon Prime, it will be episode 4, and I don't know anything else, but we've heard.
Pixie Rose could stream it on Discord for people. I cannot condone that, but put the link in. This is your favorite episode? No. Really? I remember not liking this episode, but that's maybe just because we were making it and we were still trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, let's get this thing started. We're starting with, this is episode 3 for me on the iTunes. I don't know what it would be on everyone else's. What's it on Netflix? Anybody know? It's episode 3, I think.
It's called 38
38 minutes is the episode. Arrowsbane's got a Czech friend who could translate, but she's not an SG fan. Let's see if we can get Nickel in here sometime to do that. Where you guys got in Stargate On Demand? Well, we've just been... Look, I had to buy the entire season. Because I thought, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to work my way through this with the kid, then, and you, and all of you, originally it was just going to be to work through it with the kid, then we sort of decided to invite everybody into the process. It's like Bratlet reacts to Stargate. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, yes, we're going to go. We're going to start. People are getting impatient. Enough of this chatter. Okay, so we're starting with this. I'm hoping that this is going to work for us. Is it going to work? It is. Okay, so we're going to start now. We are at... Everyone ready? Countdown, please. I'm going to go to the start. So, 3, 2, 1, play. All right, here we go.
I was about to go hello, internet.
Space. The final frontier. Why can't we hear anything? Should we be able to hear something? We probably should. There we go. Space, the final puddle jumper. No such thing as close. Thread the needle or we're dead. Everybody, frantically.
Is that okay?
The beginning of Grumpy McKay is back. What could go wrong? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Man, I'll tell you. Joe freaking hated that thing. I think it was supposed to breathe or something, but it just looked really dead. Oh, yeah. Remember when we had those kind of girdle things? Try and be still, he says, nodding. He is. It's true. Here we go. Here we go. Heading for the Stargate. Will we make it, Baz? Will we make it? Uh-oh. I sense a problem. Oh boy. Medical emergency. Boy, they're moving pretty slowly for a medical emergency, aren't they? Shouldn't there be more of a medical emergency happening? Wouldn't that be more of a big thing? Uh-oh. Seems pretty low key for a medical emergency going on. Ah, that jumper. I don't think Tylenol's going to do it. He needs a doctor. Oh, what the hell is she wearing? The costumes are different. He's totally immobile. I like that. The little buttony thing is kind of cool. I've never seen Weir wear that. Can you hear okay? Oh boy. Good luck. It definitely feels like the third episode. It feels like we're still trying to figure out this Atlantis thing. Oh, he's sweating. See, Joe was one of those guys you actually had to put sweat onto. Me, I just provided my own all the time. Here we go. But do you see a problem, Baz? See a problem? What could go wrong? Why are we going so slowly? I guess it's threading the needle. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Thank you, official. Oh my god. Thank you, the Legend Shammy, for the 5
Legend Shammy, thank you.
The official wizard, Loki, Phil Flit, and Mr. Bob 198.
Hey, Phil. The baddest round of us here. Okay, we're in the title sequence now. So, you see the problem?
No.
Well, they didn't retract. The drives didn't retract, so we couldn't get through the gate. So we're stuck in the gate while it's on.
Why didn't it retract?
Well, because well, you'll find out. But I think it's because we got hit by like a wraith or something. There was some kind of a wraith hit. Best shirt. Shuni says you got the best shirt. It's true. Kids get all the best shirts.
How long's the opening sequence?
Long enough to get to me. Ready? Rainbow Sun Franks. Yeah. Ready? Ah!
Okay, cool.
and David Hewlett as Dr. Rodney McKay.
1 sec.
Who subscribed? Someone just subscribed. Where are you going? Where's he gone? I gotta, should I pause it? Should I pause it? I'm pausing it. Okay, I'm pausing because I have no idea. Why did you leave? I can't hear anything. Oh, he's run away. I'm not sure why he's run away, but we'll talk now. 38 minutes. I remember this one because it was early on, very, very early on, and we were all really struggling to try to find, well, I think everyone was trying to find their characters. They were trying to find, the tone of the show, like whether it was like dark, whether it was funny. I had the absolute advantage of already knowing McKay. So it's really, I always felt like Atlantis was more about explaining why McKay was the way he was, rather than sort of introducing anybody to McKay, if that makes sense. So, oh, you had to go to the bathroom? That's why. 38 minutes. We're on pause because Bratlett had to... Did you wash your hands?
Yeah.
Really well?
Yeah.
Really well?
Yes.
They don't... All right. Okay. McKay evolved so much, it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, it really was... It was great. They did a great job, I think, of sort of unraveling this rather sort of, like, odd character. But how much did you have to kick back to the extra billing? Well, it's funny. That's my favorite billing. That was, like... I think we talked about this before, where this is the one... Like on my bucket list, it was like to have that as my billing in a my title in a show, and when it happened, it was like oh my god, this is it. Oh, stop bouncing around. Okay, so should we dive back in? No, we're
sorry.
So we're at 4 minutes right now, 3:59 to be exact, but 4 minutes. And I have a bunch of Patreon questions as well, which I'd love to get to. Can we pull them up on my phone? Let's do that. That's probably the easiest thing, okay? So, going in, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to start... Baz, would you do me a favor? Could you hop onto Patreon for me? Yo, Baz.
Your phone?
Yeah, and then we could just check on questions. Or if someone have a link. Does someone have a link on there? If someone has a link, wouldn't mind posting a link in the stream chat to the Patreon questions. That'd be amazing. This usually works pretty well. I can just sort of scroll through and see what's going on. It's kind of surprising that Atlantis itself doesn't have any weapons or other than drones, or at least some way to make drones like the seed ship gate factories in the SGU. Surely it couldn't be that complicated. I mean, it's an interesting one because I definitely feel like it wasn't just us struggling to figure out Atlantis at this point. I feel like they like pitched this Atlantis show and now they're like, oh my god, what the heck? What's gonna happen? So I think that was a big part of it. So
I have to sign in to look at them.
Oh, you do? Okay, well then let's have a look here. Okay, so here we go. So here are the comments from the 38 minutes post. Do you want to read them out? And we'll start from like what? Start from the top and work down.
Okay.
We'll do like a couple now, and then we'll keep going.
First one is from Pac Mom.
Pac Mom.
It says,
Yay, Pac
"Happy
Mom.
birthday, David. I heard Joe
Thank
Flanagan
you.
had to give up things like surfing and such while filming SGA. Did you have to give up certain things while you were filming? Is this a common thing in the film industry? Telling actors what they can and cannot do during filming?"
Okay, so the question is Pac-Man had heard that Joe was not allowed to surf and do more sort of dangerous things while he was shooting the film, and that's the show, and that is true. That is, they often do that. Insurance says like, hey, get hurt on the film shoot, that's fine, we'll cover that, but we're not covering the show going down because Joe had a surfing accident or something. So so there were definitely concerns about that stuff. I don't know how much people listen to it in general, but I myself, of course, was told to just basically keep doing what I was doing, which was nothing. So there was never really any danger of me getting hurt outside of... I had much more chance of getting hurt during the show than I did actually outside of the show because I don't really participate in a lot of... extreme sports, shall we say. I'm extremely cautious, I think is the way I like to approach things. So, good question from Pac Mom on that.
We got something from R.J. Walker.
R.J. Walker.
So first it said happy birthday.
Thank you very much, R.J.
So, in the theme of Deserted Island Disc.
Oh, right.
You're going to Atlantis. You get 8 records, 1 book, and 1 luxury item. What would you choose? You don't have to choose 8 discs.
Don't have to choose 8 discs. Discs would probably be like a Duran Duran one, because that's what that was. I remember I was the hugest Duran Duran fan. Although nowadays, wouldn't I just bring like an iPod or an iPhone, and then I'd have like unlimited? Yeah, you know, why would I even bring one album? I don't think I could stand one album. Like, I'm so used to just having multiple songs now. So ridiculous question. But yeah, certainly one of the albums that I wore out as a kid was Rio by Duran Duran. I remember that.
And then your one book.
My one book. Oh boy, my one book. That's tough. I don't know. I remember I got forced to read Plato when I was in my 20s, and I remember being incredibly surprised at how sort of wonderful that was. So it'd probably be like something really tough to get through. You know, the microbiology. What is it? There's the one biology of the cell, molecular biology. That'd be a good one because that'll keep you busy for years. Maybe some Shakespeare. Shakespeare. I feel like I've done the Shakespeare thing. Read a lot of that. I think it'd be like some really intense science book, like, you know, microbiology or something would be kind of fun, because then you'd have something to wade through for lots of time. So, and what else? Was there anything else? Favorite snack?
One luxury item.
One luxury item. Well, a jet, so I can get off the island. How's that? And don't eat my phone. Why is my phone in your mouth? It's not. I don't want it on your lips. You're like the Corona kid. All right. It's all right. I mean, good parenting. Son,
so
is it really?
I'm
it smart to have?
One more question.
One more question. All right, very good. All right, we got.
This is from Cassius or Erisbane, who's on this.
Yes.
Happy birthday. Well,
thank you very much.
Mom's joining this time. She says happy birthday.
Oh. Who says that, Mom? Oh, I was like, what? Who's Mom? My mom? What? Yeah. Oh, happy birthday, Mom. I mean, no, I'm the happy birthday. Hi, Mom. Thanks for the birthday greetings.
I have a question that's been driving me nuts all week.
Okay.
I literally sat bolt upright
fishing.
in bed last Monday because I'm genuinely stumped.
That's right.
Remember how all the mess with the Genny kickoff?
Janai.
Kickoff? We say what giant underground bunker?
What giant underground bunker? The idea is we get caught and someone says we have to kill you because otherwise now you know where our giant underground bunker is, and I'm like, well, you say what giant underground bunker? Yeah, sorry, go on. I may not have even said that. Who said that? Was it me?
Was because the expedition had to trade for food. Well, How come nobody went, hey guys, we're floating on top of a giant ocean full of sea life, maybe we should have a look at fishing, because I feel like the botanity
the what?
Or
botany. The botany, okay, yeah.
Or biology.
Or biology.
Departments should have considered.
Yes, botany or biology should probably have mentioned that. Interesting. Okay, so the question is, like, if they're worried about food, why would we not think to do some fishing? Which is an interesting point. The only thing I can think of is maybe, you know, because we don't know what these fish are like. I mean, we don't be poisoning people with fish we don't understand, or you know, they're probably like wraith fish or something that we have to worry about that. So I think it's also, do we have the resources available to start doing like big fishing things? But it's that, or we just totally forgot about that. And by we, I mean, you know, not me. I just say the lines.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
What?
It turns out that I wasn't going from the top to the bottom. It's because it didn't load all the questions.
Oh,
we just
really?
Started in the middle.
Well, that's okay. So we'll scroll up and get. So next break, we'll start on those.
Can we just finish one more then? Because that'd be the last one.
Okay.
This is by Brittany Byington.
Yes.
This episode, particularly the final
okay, be careful. Talk clearly, because I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Particularly the final scene seems to highlight that the show was still finding itself in wardrobe.
Not just wardrobe.
That so much SG-1 under their belts that they have realized sooner the logistical advantages to more uniform approach. But we see a lot of this variation here. Any recollections? Recollections on this? Was it a thing to try casual clothes to close the episode? Personally, I love the uniform.
Yeah, I like the uniform too. I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's a mission, right? So I feel like we should have been in uniform all the time.
What's the sub, Kendra?
Thank you, Kendra. So like I said, I think we were all trying to find our footing at this point. Again, a little less me because I just knew I could just be snarky and grumpy and that would work. Yeah, wardrobe definitely struggling, and we struggled with wardrobe for a couple of years. We had Christine Mooney came in a couple of years in and really helped us out. Her and this wonderful seamstress whose name I actually wrote down because I never get it right. Did I bring it down? Maybe I didn't bring it down. Damn it. Just really came in to sort of help things out, and then we had Val Halverston, who's the wonderful, wonderful woman who came in, and at the end of the show made us all little mini outfits for our kids because so many of us had kids at that point. So yeah, definitely struggling with wardrobe, and I think the first season I refer to as paper bag costumes because they had these horrible sort of like paper bag colored suit that they had me wearing, and it drove me nuts, and they could never get the fit right, and mainly because it was me. But yeah, it was definitely struggling with that. And I think there was always this weird kind of pull. I remember we used to do like press stuff, and they would put us in like civilian clothes, and I'd be like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we hanging around Atlantis in the Gap? You know what I mean? Or why are we posing at an old strip bar with with suits and ties on and stuff? It just seemed so odd. I mean, I guess that's how the publicity stuff works, but it never seemed to work for me because I always thought, like, wait a second, we're geeks here. Like, I don't want to see my favorite actors from science fiction shows walking around in clothes I could wear. I want to see them in the cool outfits.
Like in Underwater.
Underwater. We watched Underwater last night, which I called underwhelming.
Yesterday.
Yesterday morning, in fact. And I was just so enjoying the silliness of some of this stuff. I mean, it didn't really make a lot of sense all the time, but it was just really fun to have the like big, clunky, great underwater suits and stuff. And as miserable as they are to wear when you're shooting, that like wardrobe just is such a huge part of this stuff, especially in science fiction. So I'm with you. I think uniform's the way to go for sure. So all right, let's get back in. Let's dive back in. Thank you, Alex.
We're at 3:59.
All right, we have 3:59. We're gonna start it again. Ready? Stay on the ball. Going. All right, here we go. 38 minutes. Nice view of the city. We got half a jumper coming through in a second, I'm guessing. Or does it not? How do they do that? Oh, right, because the whole thing can't materialize. That's right. Yep. All indications. Huh. I still feel like they should be a little more stressed about this. Look at that. That is an embarrassing situation. I think I've done that with a few parking jobs in my past. Get wedged between a couple of things. You see, always by Shepard's side, even if I'm curled up asleep or unconscious or whatever. Oh no. The drive pods. This is a big problem. It's a very... Oh, God, the half an arm. Oh, that's creepy. Don't pull him that way. Let him go through the other way. Oh. I do not want to get into the mechanics of this. How does that work? Because we had half a forward arm there. Square peg, round hole. It's a voice of doom. That's me. All I say is just things that are going to just talk about how doomed we are. Can you move in a little bit so people can see you at least reacting to it? There we go. You can see it. Just,
It's just because of...
Oh, and we had those weird ear things. I forgot about those weird ear things. I remember Rainbow having a hard time with this episode. He had a lot to say, and we were shooting it really quickly, and it kind of, I think it freaked him out a bit. And also, he didn't know, like, again, he's sort of like trying to find his character there. You know what I mean? Like, Finally, a rise out of Weir. I thought she got like a little tense before that. Oh, flashback. There we go. Flashback. Flashbacks always, they always sort everything out. Flashbacks always tell us what's going on. Cloaking. Here we go. We're looking. We're checking out the Wraith. Oh, but there's no Wraith Hive. So we went to look for the Wraith Hive again, but it's gone. Indicating that it's a mountainside. It was a giant city. Not anymore, because it was a spaceship. So the crater is what's left from that last...
Look at you behind.
What do you mean? Don't I look manly and heroic? It could have been destroyed. Not a blast crater. It's a launch crater. Exactly. It picked up and left. They hibernate for centuries. Trees overgrown. Ah, the great ships from the drawings. Oh boy, that's our fault. We woke them up and then, whoop, look out. Oh, those poor guys. Look, so these poor guys, they can't see anything in those masks, right? Or very difficult. So they're constantly walking into trees and tripping over each other. And like, it was just like the most unfortunate villains.
The little P90s.
They got P90s. Oh. I'm big on the countdowns. That sounds like the beginning of a joke. That Czech whose name I could never remember. That's Zelenka. I love me. And turn that damn alarm. Oh, there we go. Finally, the bug moves. You can look right up your nose, Joe. Hi, Taylor. Just got a bug on me. Don't worry about me.
Can't he just walk into the portal like this and then
dematerialize?
The bug.
Just the bug. Interesting.
And then just walk back out and then half of it and then
could you do that? Off. Think you could do that? Like freak it out by going through the Stargate? That's interesting.
No, it wouldn't
already solved
freak out. You just go like that.
But then how do you still pull it off without it? I think you'll see that anything they try to do to get rid of it
if they just lift up the bottom half like this,
yeah,
and then walk in,
stick its butt
it'll
in,
start dematerializing, and then it'll just fall off because it's dead.
Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, that's interesting. That could definitely unnerve it enough that it would let go. Maybe it's a good point. So this is where you'll find out what happened to the drive pods. Ready? So cockpit on the left. The cockpit is regrettably demolecularized. See, I can't even say it anymore. My God, how do I talk that fast? Meanwhile, there's Carson. There's a buffer for the gate. You enter it entirely before it will fully dematerialize. But 38 minutes is the longest it'll stay open, waiting for the rest of it. I believe we've been through this before with Tilk and a few other people, actually. Wasn't Grace about that as well? Oh my gosh, here we go. which I have find it very hard to get my head around it. It's the buffer. Ooh, I want his screensaver. I want Grodin's screensaver. Wouldn't that be cool to have little Stargate things bleeping and blipping in the background? What did you say? Boy, Grodin had a lot to talk about at first. Hard vacuum. 29 minutes, they're all dead.
I thought it was 38 minutes.
Well, yeah, but we've already, some time's gone by, right, with all the talking and stuff. Where's Zelenka? Zelenka will help us. Kavanaugh. All right, stop the bouncing. Stop the bouncing. Because it makes noise.
Why don't you send another jumper through, and then it teleports on the other side, and
how would that work though?
And
if you
then
have the
it
two,
just hits the other one,
knocks it back through.
It would come back through, and then every people could ditch that jumper.
I think the concern is that the buffer might reset or something, right? Yeah. I just did that, right? I would not want to be stuck in a jumper with me. Why are we pointing lights at each other's faces? Oh, right, because they needed to light it. What does that sound like? Me? Sounds like me when I lose my temper. Don't talk to me about screwed. What do we think? Stop using your mouth and start using your brain. Fine. And stop pointing your flashlights at each other's eyes. Like, what if we're pointing flashlights at each other the whole time? Oh my God. Poor Rainbow. He's like, look, just point the flashlight at McKay while he's talking. And Rachel also. She's got to light Joe. It's so funny. As an actor, you find yourself like seeing all these things in movies where you go like, oh, look, they're having to do this to light the thing. Can't feel my legs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think Shepard's doing so good. Ooh. Boy, everyone's a drama queen, huh? You're right.
Yeah, I have a really bad headache.
You got a headache? Do you want to go grab a glass of water? Why don't you go grab a glass of water? We'll do... when we next pause...
We'll stop at 20 minutes. Then
stop at 20 minutes. You go grab a glass of water. Maybe you can grab like a Tylenol or something. Hey! It's Lenky! Lenky looks so small there. He looks like a little hobbit. He's got to stand on a box. They might, but no, it's McKay there. He's not going to make... What kind of mistakes is McKay going to make? Timestamp 1529. So everyone knows. How can I help? Stop talking, please. That was his like McKay attempt. Let me guess, he was a little bit more diplomatic in his check before that. We almost lost you. You're losing me anyway. We tried everything. Here we go. Let's just gonna try to take it off. He's gonna, what? With a gun? No. They didn't. No. Yeah, it could also be because you just fired a gun in his face.
Shoulder. It would have blown his eardrum out.
Might have. Maybe they put earplugs in first.
Because he could have gone bam, bam, and that would kill someone.
Wouldn't kill them, but it would deafen them. Yeah, second opinion. That's my concerned look, just so you know. All right. Hold, please. We've got a call from the puddle jumper. Dr. Baggett! Would if I could. Oh, even Paul. Had a hard time making that work.
Can we go full screen? Sorry, I'm having a little
full screen. Yeah. Full screen's down. Can we do it? Why is it not? Oh, that's weird. There we go. Full screen. Oh! I'll cover you! There you go. Lots of dead trees. Look out. You could really stumble on those. Alright, this is how he gets the bug. Man, those Wraith have got to learn to not stand all together in one like a lineup. P90. I used to love that gun. Here we go. Shepard under attack. More P90. Oh, I forgot. They had the... I forgot about them making them see things that weren't there, which is something that they got rid of pretty quick. Oh, and then, look out. So he walked into the... That's a little better. That's better. I just thought it looked a little plasticky. What do you think, Baz? I don't know. I like it. When it breathes, it looked good. Soft, leechy part. What are your physical symptoms? Knife in the eye. No feeling in extremities. Can't move. Except for the moving that he's doing.
Breathing.
Yeah. Yeah, the shooting. Don't know about that. I definitely feel like Ford is finding himself in this. And Hare's still trying to figure out the wig for Taylor. Ah, nice prehistoric cousin. It's like Barney the Wraith. Hello, Mr. Gurney. Is Gurney in here? How you doing? You pour salt on them, exactly. We're going to pour salt on the bleaches. Children, stop fighting. Exactly. There are a lot of snarky scientists in this episode. A lot of snarky episodes. Oh, you wanted to stop at 20, didn't you? We'll stop at the next commercial break. How's that? Excuse me? That's it. Shut him down. Kavanaugh's dissing McKay. We'll break up the jumper. Like a bomb. Yeah, exactly.
If you threw a bomb...
Well, no, they're saying it'd be like a bomb.
If you threw a bomb through a Stargate that was light, that was like lit with fire on top, it would go through without the fire being on top.
Why not?
The fire's not part of it.
Well, but wouldn't the chemical process be part of the... Less about your own. Oh, your own ass. Wow. Boy, that's him told. Dun, dun, dun. 23 minutes.
Or 21.
Or as we say, we're going to be at 20... Oh, what are they doing? Oh. What's up? What is it? This better be about the bug. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Really? Man.
Are they just going to toss
They're gonna, like, do
the bowl?
Yeah, how are they going to do that? They can do, like, a prayer and then send some incense through? Yeah, save him. Yes. Ooh, boy. He's a great actor, by the way. Chris Heyerdahl, amazing. This is... We do not prepare for death. We fight it. Exactly. I'm just asking you to pray for death. Well, I think they sort of know that. We sort of know we're going to die, don't we? Every episode's about how we're almost going to die. That's it. We are being tough. That's good. See, weird like that. She got a good scene out of that, but she had to make a tough decision. All right, here we go. We are at 23:09. I have paused it at 23:09. Here we go. Baz is going to go grab... Whoa, it started again. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yes. So, Darling Clementine, thank you very much. So, what's the deal? What I like about this episode is it's very Brad Wright in that... It's, again, because shooting it was very different than watching it again now. So... What I like about this is it reminds me of like one of those like real life space situations where they've got to like solve the problem. Like for example, when we were at JPL a couple years ago or a year ago, when was it? Oh, God, time is impossible to tell now. They had the rover and the rover was having an issue with one of its like I think it's drilling rigs or something, and so they were trying to recreate the situation in JPL that was happening out on Mars. And solving the problem basically remotely. And I guess that would have happened on early sort of Apollo missions, and any manned mission, I'm sure, I imagine, is all about how do you solve the problems from Earth how do you do tech support from Earth when there's something happening in space. So I kind of love the way Brad has taken all of these sort of character-y things and mixed them together with kind of the procedural way that I think that probably someone like JPL would approach something like this. So that's kind of cool. All right, where's my phone? I shall check for some more messages. Now, did we scroll up? All right, we're going to go scrolling up to the top here. Have we done this one? Okay, so this is Monica Lake. Finally, poor Monica has been dying to hear her question for ages, I'm sure. Monica Lake says, "Happy birthday, David. Looking forward to another watch party and the first appearance of Zelenka. Yay, Zelenka." Yeah, yay Zelenka. Did you get claustrophobic being in the back half of a jumper almost the entire episode? Well, I had done Cube already. So I was built for acting, like a jerk in small spaces. And was there any actual order to how you were testing things? Inquiring minds want to know. So claustrophobia, I'm one of those people who can talk themselves into that if I get into that situation. Very restrictive places make me sort of claustrophobic, but the idea of like just being in a room doesn't bother me at all. And basically the jumper sets, it's fairly roomy for what you've got to play with. So, and as for the order of things, the problem with science fiction is, in many cases, you get written scenes and it says, busy working on the so-and-so, but there is no guidance as to how you are working on these things that are there. In many cases, because they weren't even built. Obviously, they weren't, in many cases, not built when they wrote the script. So I would just try to come up with what I felt was like a logical approach to how I would go through things. Like try one crystal, then try another crystal, try a different aspect of another crystal. And then, of course, the other thing you have to keep in mind when you're shooting a scene is you've got to be, continuity-wise, you've got to make sure you do the same thing every time. Otherwise, as you've seen on many shows, I'm sure, we were just watching, Death in Paradise? We were watching this great old BBC show, detective show, because Baz likes his murder mysteries. And, his murder mysteries without too much fear and peril. In one episode, our detective has a briefcase in one hand and a tissue in another, and he sort of wipes his hand and then puts his hand down, and then the next shot they cut away, they cut back again, and it's being switched. They're in different hands, right? So it's just stuff like that, especially when it comes to science fiction, you want to make sure that you do things in the right order at the right time, so that those sort of things don't jump out at you. I mean, I'm sure things do get missed unless you're shooting 5 cameras at the same time and you only do one take. No, one take. I shouldn't say that, really. I guess it's if you could film everything at the same time, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. But because right now we can't, I think in the future we will be able to. Soon cameras are going to be so small and easy to film with that we probably could just stick cameras wherever we feel like we want them, and then just do a scene like a play. And then just cut when you need to. But so there's an interesting question there. Thank you, Monica Lake, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Lainey, 122. Happy birthday. Yes, I'm old. Whatever. But thank you, Lainey. I'm super looking forward to the stream, even though it will begin at 3:30 a.m. here. Oh, boy. Sorry, Lainey. It's so hard to get the right time for everybody. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Wolves Den. Hello, Virus464. Wow. Hello, anyone else there that I don't see that I recognize? No, I think I've said hi to everyone there. Okay, so what am I at? Lainey says 3:30 a.m. here. So my question is, if you were able to live in Atlantis, what do you think the worst thing would be? Not including life-threatening emergencies. Damn, I would have said life-threatening emergencies. And what would be the best thing? So the best thing, ancient tech. I mean, come on. The idea of being able to play with ancient tech all the time for a living? Come on, that's like, look at my room, for God's sake. I would do that in a second. The worst thing, tempted to say Kavanaugh just because of this episode, but worst thing would probably be the politics. I think the politics on Atlantis is the stuff that's the heart of it. Gets all of that. You've got so many different groups, so many different sort of specialists and experts in so many different fields. They're all going to think that their stuff is the most important. It's a bit like being on a film set to some extent. Like you've got the props people think the props thing's the most important thing, and the props are the star of the show. Hair thinks that hair is the star of the show. Makeup thinks that makeup is. McKay thinks that he is. So I think it's trying to find that way of everyone working together towards the common cause of in this case, exploring and making the most and using the technology available to us at Atlantis. So definitely technology would be my favorite thing, and social interaction would be my least favorite. There you go. I sound very McKay with that. Mike Kerber says happy birthday. Thank you very much, Mike, and thank you obviously for your patronage. Karem says happy birthday, or should I say belated birthday, considering you'll be reading this tomorrow. Good point, Karem. Thank you very much. If you knew you only had 38 minutes left. How you doing, buddy? Feel better?
Yeah. I was
little drinking water and stuff is Baz made sugar cookies, and they are the best thing on the planet. Thank you very much, dude. I'm so tempted to eat this now, but I'm not. I'm going to finish this question. If you knew you had 38 minutes left to live, how would you spend them? And is there anything you'd regret not having done in your life? Oh my God, Karem. What a question. Oh my God. If I had 30 minutes left to live, what would I do? Oh my God.
Rob a bank.
You'd rob a bank?
Uh-huh.
Why?
I'd try to get myself arrested.
Why?
I know. I want to see what jail looks like.
That's on your bucket list? Oh my God. I don't see teenager years being a problem at all.
When I'm dead.
He wants to commit crime. Your grandfather always said that whenever he walked past a construction site, he wanted to steal one of the bulldozers because he's never been able to drive one of the bulldozers. He always said it'd just be kind of funny to see in the paper that British gynecologist steals bulldozer, goes on rampage through driving through a nice neighborhood on a bulldozer. What would I do if I had 38 minutes left? I think eating would come into play. There'd be I'd definitely go for the last meal thing. I'd also I guess I want you around. I'd want Jane around probably.
You'd rob the bank with me?
Well, if you're robbing the bank, I guess I'd have to rob the bank with you too, right? Can I wear a different face mask though? We have different masks and stuff. All right, cool. So I guess we're robbing a bank. I like the way that my death is all about Baz. Is there anything I'd regret not having done in my life? I'm sure a million things. What do I regret in my life and not having done? Not stealing a bulldozer. Not stealing a bulldozer. Not robbing a bank. I think I think school. I think I wish I'd stuck in school. I wish I'd gone to university because there was so much stuff I could have really learned. At the same time, I don't really regret that because I chose acting over that, and as a result, I have this. So, you know what I mean? I feel like it's one of those things that I feel like I regret that I didn't have as much education as I would like to have had. Yeah, I think that would be it. But yeah, as long as Baz is there, robbing the bank with me, I think we're fine. Baz and Jane. What else we got here? Geo Julia. What is it? People seem to dislike my name recently, says Virus464. No kidding. Yeah, viruses. We gotta think it's such a bad rap. Talk to James Gurney about that. He loves his viruses still. All right. Geo Julia says, hello and happy birthday. Thank you very much. I'm new to this community. Oh, well, welcome, Julia. Well, welcome to our Patreon unity. Thank you very much for being a part of it. I have a question related to one from Monica Lake. Did you have jumpers on set that were somehow cut in half, or where you could remove all? Let me try reading again. That were somehow cut in half, or where you could remove a wall so that the crew had more space to work? And thank you for doing this. Oh, it's a pleasure to do. I enjoyed it.
Can I take a guess?
Yes, go for it. I can eat my cookie.
The puddle jumper is real. Like this half. But they put a green screen in between the middle. About, I'm going to say, a couple inches apart. And you're able to take it off. It's probably on wheels. The puddle jumper. So you're able to pull it out, walk in, push it back in with the other people.
Right. Pretty close.
And then you can start the scene.
So pretty close. In that case, I think we have the green screen behind the door. So all you have to do is just put a piece of green screen in the doorway. So you didn't need to wheel it or anything. It wasn't that complicated. But the puddle jumper was designed to have ports that you could pull out and film from, was the idea. They were not, the first season or so, I remember they were still trying to find the right placement for that because there's just so many things and gack and all that sort of stuff. If I remember correctly, we ended up doing a lot of just in the puddle jumper shooting. But there were jumpers that were pulled, that were sort of dragged by truck to location and plunked down on, as if we'd landed there. I think they started doing some more CG stuff as we got later on. But yeah, mainly they were just like chunks. It was all wood, by the way. So you'd pull the wood out, and then you could sort of film from behind that and do that kind of stuff. But as I say, I think we sort of gave up on a lot of that eventually, and just did a lot of in the jumper stuff. It's funny, I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember.
Can I also say something?
Yeah.
Is the crater? The crater. You're looking at a full green screen. You don't know what's there.
Exactly. So when we stood there,
is a hill.
Yep.
And you have trees and stuff, but you just stand there looking above, and there's just a green screen. I
don't remember. I think they might have put a green screen in front of us. Yes, I think they put a green screen in front of us in the wild. Or the other thing we used to do is just like we'd be on a sound stage. So you'd just be on a stage and you'd stand and you'd look and it would look, and they would just put that in after. But I think that one we were actually on location and they put a big green screen up. So, you know.
And our puddle jumpers, when you look at them, they're fake. They're not actually there until you go in.
Run that by me again?
So if you're walking towards a puddle jumper, it's not actually there.
No, well, on location, we would often have a puddle jumper there.
Really?
So they picked it. It's about the size of a room, right? They'd pick it up with a crane or whatever, or wheel it on. I think they had a wheel system of some sort. And then they would just, they did that as little as possible, obviously, because it was, Evil Shadow Fox, thank you for the follow. They did that as little as possible, obviously, because it's a huge sort of rigmarole to get that stuff out there. So, all right, where are we at? Let's see what else we got here. So, I am at, welcome, Geo Julia, and thank you. Starg. Happy birthday, and hope you have an outstanding day, and I did. It was fantastic. All right, then we're into Pac-Man's questions. So I think we've answered them. Is that right? I think that's it. Okay, great. Well, then we can get into here, and you can tell me who's subscribed and who hasn't, so that I could be not that I want to be exclusionary, but I just want to.
This is like sure. Our. This is
if anyone has questions on here, so get them into the Maybe start them with question or something so I can actually see that it's actually a question. And then we'll do a countdown to play. What was that?
Apparently you missed Stealthy Druid.
Did I? What was the question, Stealthy? Give it to me in the chat and I'll answer it there. Don't know how we missed Stealthy. Why so Felicious? What is it, Felicious? Hello. David Tennant's birthday today too. It wasn't today, it was yesterday. The 18th. And yes, I share a birthday with the other doctor. Stealthy, happy birthday. Yay, happy birthday. Thank you, Stealthy.
So
and belated also, since I just woke up. What was that?
Did you miss this part?
Hang on a second. What have I got here? Let's have a look.
If there are two things you want to see...
Oh, here it is. So I have a question for you. He's put it in here. Or they put it in there. So I have a question for you. If there were two things you would want to see realized from the show into real life, from the categories of trait, mental, or physical, what would you pick? Beside the obviously Stargate, DHD, ZPM, such as Wraith healing, or being able to sense other sentient beings like Taylor, or a trinket like the shield from the last episode, etc.
I got it.
Stargate? I take the Stargate. On the left.
I know what I'd want. I'd want...
Oh, beside the obvious Stargate. Damn it. Okay, yeah.
I'd want the ability to make people be able to see things, so when I have 30 minutes left in my life, I can make people see that no one's there robbing a bank, but I'm robbing a bank.
Oh, so you like the Wraith ability of being able to make people see things that aren't there. And
also, I'd like the Wraith, sucking the...
I'd like to be able to ascend. I'd like that.
Wait, could you suck the life out of you and just make yourself really old and then just be a sentient being because you can't die because you keep sucking life out of you, but you give it back to yourself?
If you were yourself. So
if you were a Wraith and you just went like this, you'd be invincible.
Yeah, I don't think you could do that though. I think that's like a machine. That's like a self-powered machine. Eventually, it runs out of energy, right? No, I think the whole point of the Wraith is they need to eat other people, right?
But you eat your energy.
Yeah.
Then it goes back into you, and then you use that energy from yourself to eat yourself.
To eat yourself again. I don't know if that would work though.
So then you just keep getting more energy.
But eventually, you'd be using up that energy, wouldn't you?
No.
If you're just sucking the energy from yourself.
Because if you're using the energy that you're eating from yourself...
Yeah. You would waste away, though. You would be wasting away the whole time.
You wouldn't. You'd be getting older, but then you'd be getting
Give it a go. You try it. No. All right, when did this become about self-cannibalism? Good point, trans rights, Rodney McKay. Ugly beast. That would just feed your energy into a never-ending loop. I'm not sure if it would be a never-ending loop, though.
You'd be invincible.
No, it wouldn't be. You'd run out. You'd have to use the energy to... forget it. All right, let's start again.
I don't have headphones.
I would ascend. Absolutely. Ascension would be the thing I'd go for.
Ascension?
Well, you haven't got there yet. But eventually, basically, you become so smart and so so amazing that you ascend to a higher plane where you're just basically energy, pure energy and intelligence. That's what I would like. So that's what I would like. I would like to ascend. That'd be my thing.
So then are you those things that people have to try?
I'd also like to be as smart as McKay, frankly. That would be fun. All right. Being energy would be kind of boring. Yeah, maybe for you, Main Patty, but I'll take it. I'll do it. All right. As long as I didn't die. Really? Okay. So, sorry. Who is more powerful, an ancient or Q? I think Q is. I mean, Q had, in Star Trek, you mean, right? Had a lot of power. Like, I always wanted to be Q. I thought Q was fantastic.
Who's Q?
David, you're just McKay, but polite. Really? I am a bit polite.
You're
it's true. I gotta stop that.
Oh, Cal!
Oh, Cal's here. Cal, I want to talk to you about PC gaming. Excuse me. All right, I'm burping up my coffee and my cookies here. All right, here we go. We should get back into this. So I'm gonna do a 3, 2, 1. Does that make sense? We'll go back into it.
We're at 2313.
We are at 2313 on the iTunes one. We have an image of the puddle jumper stuck in, or the gate ship, stuck in the Stargate, in space. We're going to go 3,
2.
Ibrek, hey! 3, 2, 1. Play. I love what they do with the voice. The way they make the voice sound from far away. Swiss Army knife. I wish I had that Swiss Army knife. See, I like this. See, this is very, very Apollo mission here. Defib. It'll come to play there. You wait. Here we go. So they've gone through the items. Oh my god. That is Joe hating this episode, just so you know. Also, to be fair... Oh, Kavanaugh. Here we go. Oh boy, Kavanaugh is... Ooh. Get it? Ooh, I haven't worked up to humiliation yet. Yeah. No, you're missing my point. Ego. Yeah, egos. Ooh. Oh boy. You think I'm kidding? She'll do it. Kavanaugh. Get back in there and solve the problem. Never again. We shall never speak of this again. Boy, I see why people don't like Kavanaugh. That slimy look. And a ponytail. Yeah, never a good sign. Alright. Boy. He certainly ticked off weird, didn't he? Alright. Selenka somehow managed to electrocute himself with it already. That's amazing. He's got it. Braided ponytail, even worse. He's got something. What do you got?
I think I have
something. Why are some of the shots kind of unfocused? I feel like some things are very clear, some things are very fuzzy. Yay, Zelenka! I mean... Here we go. See, once again, Rodney looking at other people.
Lenny, go Zelenka!
No, not go Zelenka. I'm the one who's got to actually do it.
But you're also the one that could explode it.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Doesn't seem to mind iodine. Just makes a lot of noise. I guess that didn't work.
Chocolate. Give it a chocolate.
Any food. Why is that shot totally out of focus? Oh my god, what the heck? That's so weird. Hypoglycemic reaction. See, God, I ate a lot of those things.
Did you like
You
it?
also, it's just like me. I need my chocolate bars to keep going. Alcohol. Yeah, there you go. Save some for him. I like the noise. Nope. Just
I think I know how to get it off.
Yeah, see? I've never noticed that focus issue there before. I know... You try talking with a freaking... One of those, like, protein bars in your mouth. It's impossible. Now what? Salt? No dice. No dice. Was that salt? Yep. Nope. Actually, you know what? I think I'll talk about the focus thing in a second when we next break. Water. Give me water.
Maybe it doesn't like water.
It doesn't like the water. Oh boy. It does not like water. does not like water. It's the water. Whoa. He got superpower. See that? What did I do? I forgot what I did. Something good, I'm sure. A primitive defensive. We moved. What? Uh-oh. Oh, no. See? Well, now look. Now we've got a problem. That hole right there. Yep, we slid in further. Although how? If we got wedged in... Well, I guess we were wedged in. 15 minutes. I think we're like almost in real time now because you only got 13 minutes left in the episode. Here we go. Back on Atlantis. And meanwhile, back on Atlantis. Oh boy. He's really not that hopeful. It's true, he's not. Damn Event Horizon every time. So true, why so malicious? What are you nodding your head about? There is still time. We've still got 12 minutes. Actually, we've got 15 minutes in the show. Oh boy, that's really bugging him now. Ugh. And now what? What? Let the poor man speak. What? What? Oh, I forgot this part. Oh, yeah. Cool shot. Way to go. See, I love that Mario guy. Yep. See that? The Wraith didn't even bother shooting him. He figures it's a more miserable death. A more miserable death.
I think if you drink...
Death.
What happens if he drinks salt water? Would that mean that it would go into his blood and then it would...
That's not a bad idea.
Thing.
Why didn't he drink salt water? Oh my God, Baz, that's brilliant. He should have drunk... If he could have... I mean, make him throw up. Salt water makes you sick, right? We must do something now. Because we've only got like 10 more minutes left in the episode. I'm just gonna keep doing a lot of fiddly stuff up there. What? Brilliant. Brilliant. That's the idea. Right. God forbid Major Shepard were to die. Of course. It would... Exactly. Whoa. See that? Don't bite. Don't bite. COVID kid. Send him.
This is like really accident. Can we watch more later, but just say like... We'll come back every, 3 episodes.
You want to keep watching? You want more? You don't want to do it more than every 2 weeks. Cool brew the jumper bait. So much fun making fun of the way he talks. That's probably why I didn't like it. Look out.
Oh yeah, that would be an electric shawl.
There we go. How to use a defib. See, nowadays they'd have like a little robot one that could do it for you. So why doesn't someone else do the defib? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Good luck. Good luck, dead man. Good luck, sir. Do it. Oh, clear. Stop this heart. Stop this heart. Oh, boy. That's my confused look, by the way. Settle. It's got to be dead for a bit. Yep. The Wraith aren't fooled that easily. Here we go. Lieutenant, what do you got? He's going to hit him again. Give it a second. Come on, Buggy. Lose the bug. It's off. Ugh. Rubber Buggy. Oh. No regenerating on that, baby. I guess they animated just the legs on it. What's that? Yeah, put that thing in a coat. Well, stop making it look so rubbery. You gotta get him going again. Here we go. Pretty exciting. One of the things that I thought was really important was just how useless McKay is in anything other than the technical stuff.
Wait, doesn't that mean he's dead if there's nothing?
All right. Now they got to get out of the gate.
I want to know what it feels like to stick your hand in it.
You and a lot of other people.
Because I'm gonna... Thanks for the resub, Stargazer.
We want to pause there?
No.
No. He wants to know what's going on. Oh, hazmat suits. Yeah, because you know what? Quarantine. You never know. You don't know what you're bringing on, right?
Thank you, J. Richard 3 for the sub with Twitch
J.
Prime.
Richards, thank you very much. Another subscription. All helps the bandits. I love it when I panic. Baz is used to this.
Thank you, Evil Shadow Fox, for the sub with Twitch Prime.
Oh, thank you, Evil Shadow Fox. See, one at a time, working my way through. Oop. We got it. We did it! Yes, McKay! Woohoo! McKay did it! Once again, who fixed that one, Bess?
Zelenka!
No, not Zelenka! Orange Child. Here we go. Now what? Of course, well, now what? What's going to happen now?
What?
Well, we got no drives. No drive. No drive, no drive, no drive. Well, why don't we just take that gas canister? What are we gonna do? How are they gonna get out, Baz? Come on, what do you got? I would have thought we could just... Could we take that... We've got that... No, not Zelenka. We've got that... I'll do it. I go. That's what McKay goes through. I would. Uh-oh. Space bug. It's regenerated.
Put the bug creature on it.
Ready? Right. And he lost his hat. Nice. Woo! Yeah! Now that's CG. We did not have a puddle jumper in the, Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that.
Our puddle jumpers will go up and then into a parking bay type thing. See, there was no need to have a big party about them dying. I'll be in the jumper bay too. Now they gotta fix him. Clear! I think he'll come back. Come on, you can do...
No,
oh, he's breathing. I can see him breathing. He's there. He's fine. So much sympathy from McKay. He'll be fine. I'm worried about that shepherd guy.
The one that
hey, Mel!
it.
That's what I want to make our... That's that thing at the back there. That's what I want to make our wheelchair into. Bingo! He's back. I love that we'll just come back like that on these things. Not again. I thought we had a pulse.
Very small one.
I think he'll be fine. We have a pulse. Those two, they've been stuck in a wormhole for how long? It's stuck in that buffer, in that Stargate buffer, the entire episode.
What would it be like? They're just like know. Sitting there, just there.
Would you even know?
Hey.
Like, would you know you were in there? Like, I don't think. Oh, sorry, Greatest Journey. You watch it. We have to sort of. Basically, you have to get your own episode to look at. So you've got to like either watch it on DVD or something like that. Although I think Pixie Rose was saying she might stream it on Discord. They did it. A lovely nighttime shot of Stargate Atlantis. God, it looks cool at night. Little mist. Little bug. He's kirking it. He's kirking it. That shepherd guy. Notice I was checking my own pulse.
It is.
What?
She's streaming. What's happening?
There's a so Pixie Rose has got it on Discord
Pixie
too.
Rose is streaming it on Discord.
What the hell are we wearing? Oh my God, we are wearing civvy clothes. That's nuts. What the heck am I wearing? This is so weird. I forgot about this. Take care of each other. See? Perfect. It's nice. And indeed we did. We should probably be thanking Zelenka too, shouldn't we? I guess for a little bit. For helping, for helping me realize how smart I am. Man, now that I look at that lab, I wish I'd taken a whole bunch of stuff from it when we left. Have all sorts of cool biotech stuff to play with. Dun 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 dun. He's got to be tired from having a bug on his neck the whole time. Worst hickey ever. Da 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 dun 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 da da dun. Well done, bravo, jolly good. All right. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna take off my headphones that are driving me crazy. Now I can actually talk to people. What do we got? The most tasteful civvy clothes McKay ever wears. I know, it's so true. I feel like I would have worn something different. You know what I mean? Taylor's shirt was very earthy. It's very true. When does McKay ever thank Zelenka? Well, why would he? I always thought they were hiring at Roma. They were... Yes, I think they were at first. That there was like... Look, again, I think the whole show was about trying to figure out what the show was about at this point. So, you know, disc 1 is finally done. Ruby K, woohoo! Is that the whole first disc? Is that really? Wow. You know, that's a much better episode than I remember. I remember not loving it on the day, and it comes together really, really well. I mean, there's only... I mean, I feel like there may have been some stuff there that is is different than it should be. In that I thought that when we closed that bulkhead door between the controls and the back, I thought that was airtight. I don't know why, but I thought that was, so. Is it just me, or do I feel like I saw an episode somewhere or we did an episode somewhere where that wasn't a problem? I also think that, I should have been wearing the I'm with Genius t-shirt, totally. I also wondered about, did you have to blow the whole thing? Couldn't we just, if you're in space, can't you just need, a little gas canister or, a fire extinguisher or something? Couldn't we just, I guess that's true. There's no way of getting it out there, I suppose. But anyway, it's fun.
Put something on it.
It was watertight in an episode, right? So if it's look, potentially the event horizon had sort of compromised it in some way. That's possible as well. All right, and other questions. What do we got here? McKay bumped the relay and pushed the jumper further in. It's not my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was because bugs were happening. You know me and bugs. Geezer Geek says, I think it was the door wasn't in the puddle completely, so it was not airtight. Yeah, thanks, Geezer. Thanks for helping out the writers on that one. I think that might have been the case. I think we could fall back on that. Don't you remember spacewalking? Oh my God, I remember spacewalking. Boy, bugs, lemons, and spacewalks. 3 of the things I hated most from Stargate. It's not McKay's fault, K. Michael. Somebody banned K. Michael. Geezer Geeks, the new SG writer. Very, very true, very true. I do not really hate lemons, is actually an interesting question. I actually love lemons, and I'm not allergic to lemons. I am allergic to pineapple. Pineapple and what else is it?
Peaches.
Apples. Yeah, I mean, I eat all of them, but I have a mild allergy to them, and I actually have an EpiPen in case and some nuts as well. So I know pineapple's the best. I eat pineapple all the time. I'm not saying I don't eat these things. I'm just saying that I have a mild allergy to them, but that's all. Did this guy act in Stargate? No, not really. It was just basically me playing myself. Did this guy act in Stargate? Not related to the episode, but I always loved how Rodney would run away with his arm sticking up blindly, shooting behind him. Well, that's what I do. Why not? That's a latex food syndrome allergy. I have that too. Really? I didn't know that. Fan Hylook has a citric allergy, which is interesting. I love grilled pineapple. I love pineapple on pizza, which I know is sacrilegious to many people.
Oh,
Pac-Mom says,
Beauty, I'm so sorry. You
What's
literally missed the whole time saying goodbye.
Well, you can have, the reality is that the video will be up to see, and I'll put it on YouTube as well. David, how many times have you actually watched the completed episodes? Once. Honestly, once, and there's many episodes I didn't see. Because the reality is, if you're doing Stargate all week, I mean, you don't generally sort of leap on the television to watch it again at night. So there's some episodes I've never ever seen, The Shrine, they're all difficult in their own way, I suppose, but Abominations. Karen's not a big fan of pineapple on pizza. How are we doing for time? I promised my wife I wouldn't be more than 2 hours. What do we got? Where are we at? Somebody hit that cool bot thing. So I also want to just quickly say thank you to everybody who dropped by yesterday.
We've been going for an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, I've got 30 more minutes left. Oh, great. Perfect. Yesterday I did a little sort of impromptu sort of little Steam thing with my friends, the Steam Sisters and Q, and just to sort of try it out. And it's something I think I'm going to do more of. So I'm going to do... Baz obviously wants more of these because he already wants to know what's happening in the next episode, which is a good sign. But I like giving it a couple of weeks in between, just so we get, so this time to sort of get questions and all that kind of stuff. So, have I missed any questions that I should have got to? Pac-Mom. Oh, good. I'm glad you. Yeah, it was fun. And Mr. Deadly Eugen, you liked it as well. Oh, good. And Soda Crafter liked it as well. Oh, fantastic. That's great. Well, I'm hoping to do a bit more of that stuff. And big thanks to Pixie Rose for not streaming this on Discord so that nobody else could see it. I don't know how that works. I mean, do you get in trouble for that? Is that a private screening, or how does that? I don't even know how that works.
Thank you, Anastarcat.
Anastarcat, thank you very much for your glowing diamonds of joy. Karim says, my boss told me today that I looked knackered. Was it because I stayed up too late last night with a certain person's impromptu stream? Sorry, Karim. At least you get to go to work. So many people, they can't do that. What else have we got? Oh, look at that. Main Patty has a hound called Rodney. That's a good name for it. Third Eye Storytelling. These are always fun. I'm sad I missed most of it, but I still like seeing how into it Baz gets. Baz, he tries so hard not to get into it, but he does. And of course,
Monica Lake, thank you for the 3 bits.
Thank you very much, Monica Lake, indeed. What else we got? Great taste, Baz. I'm trying to get my brother to watch it as well. That's good. Brothers should be watching these things. Backstage puddle jumper pictures on your Discord. Oh, cool. Do you think the introduction of the Kavanaugh made McKay a more likable character? I don't know what they were trying to do with that. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing with Kavanaugh, because I thought Kavanaugh, like, it's good to have a horrible character. I think poor Kavanaugh. But I think in a way that's sort of where that was McKay. I think there was Brad loves to explore unlikably likable characters, I think. And you had a bit of all of that there. You had a little Zelenka, you had a little Kavanaugh. I mean, I think the idea was to try, and then the whole being questioned, we are being questioned by the Athosians. I mean, I think, I think the idea was just to try to show how sort of fractious and all over the place this team was, really. I call my phone a DHD, dial home device. Good. Geezer geek. I think I'm with you on that. Seems good. Okay, the resident pain in the ass, exactly. I finally wasn't working when you did this. You should have heard me spazzing out when Monica Lake told me there was a watch party this weekend and I didn't have to work. Woohoo! Well, I'm glad you can join us, Ang Beckett. Q&A, the Angry Educator is now. What's that? What's Angry Educator up to? What do we got? Some people have genuinely come closer to me than they would normally because they're trying to give space to another customer. Oh, really? Oh, my God. Of course, that makes sense. People don't think of that, do they? That's right. Daniel Muggan. You're welcome very much. He says, thank you for doing these Atlantis watch parties. Stargate fan. It's definitely fun being able to watch the episodes and hear what you and Baz have to say. And Baz has a lot more to say than I was expecting. I've got to say, he's actually getting into this. I'm surprised. Because best line in the series, we made a horrible mistake. We shouldn't have woken up Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh would make a Wraith look good. That is not true. He's not that bad. Oh, snap. It's the guy from Clutch. Thank you, Sentient Twitch. What do we got? I love watching Baz's reactions. I love these two. Good. Any more questions? Anyone have any more questions out here? I've got like 25 minutes or something. What do you got? Baz is still Baz. Is McKay still your favorite character? Says Sybil. Or Sybil.
I don't know. Maybe Zelenka.
Oh, don't even start. You were totally fishing for that, Sybil. What's Daniel Muggan been saying? What do we got here? Ruby K. Kavanaugh is the sort of guy that would be the devil's advocate just to be a dick. That's true. He's definitely becoming an SG and Stargate fan. Yeah, he definitely is. Do you think you could make a better bug? I feel like now we could make a better bug. I feel like this was one of those ones, like it was, I think that was part of Joe's concern at the time as well, was they had this rather not particularly animated bug on him for most of it. And I think maybe we're just a little more sophisticated in that stuff now. I would love to have seen it look a little bit more, I would love to have seen that bug look a little bit more real, a little more threatening, I gotta say. I did find that a little tough, Ibrek's got great behind-the-scenes photos, I see. Very, very cool. Ibrek of Stargate Command. Yeah, this is some great, he's got some great stuff there. Of puddle jumper shots. A balloon with paper mache wings? It's, well, I mean, it is a... Look, I don't mean to... A big part of these things come down to how much time people have. And it's very possible that bug was thrown in a later draft, and all of a sudden, they're struggling to make that thing. I think the whole breathing part was much nicer. Once it was breathing, it looked fine, for the most part. I felt like it just needed a little bit more motion or something, or... I mean, I grew up with Alien, for God's sake. I feel like it should have been more Alien-like, don't you think? Do you think that bug could have been a little more sort of like threatening? You doing okay? Headache?
Yeah, headache.
You want to go take a break?
I'm kind of tired.
Yeah, go take a break. Baz is going to take a break. Go lie down with us.
I'm going to, head up.
All right. Less rubbery, yes. You asked earlier if there were any Atlantis logo spinning screensavers. I found one.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right, Baz, get better.
Do you want me to bring up your coffee?
You know, if you could grab me, if there is more coffee, I'd love some more coffee.
Okay, and to turn off stream is right there.
The turn off stream is over there. Got it. Okay, thank you very much. Poor kid. He's got that low energy headache thing, which I totally understand. Everyone says take care, feel better. Sentient Twitch. Did I enjoy filming of Cube? No, I didn't. It was wonderful as an experience because it was my friend's first movie, and I was really excited about making that happen. There were some great. I had some great times doing it, but the actual filming itself was miserable. It was really. It was a tough shoot. It was a lot to do in very little time. You know, we were all shooting on film still, so there was only limited film footage we could use. It was a really tough shoot. But that said, and also we've been dreaming of making a movie together since we were like 13 years old, and it finally happened. And of course, you know, the difference between making a little indie film of your own and making a real film, even though that was only like $750,000 or something to make that film. There's just so much business and politics and stuff around it. It drove us crazy. But, you know, do I regret in any way being a part of it? No, it was fantastic. I mean, Andrew and I, we put our money back into making that film because they didn't have the money they needed. We literally, I have checks that say $0 from production because we put money back into that. We were so excited about Vincenzo getting out there and getting a film made, and but it was a really tough shoot. I mean, it's a bit like the puddle jumper, except it was a puddle jumper, you know, that was lined by really hot halogen lights because they didn't have LEDs back then. So it was, it was pretty grim. Passion project. That's the only way to do it, though. Like, I don't think filming should be comfortable. I don't think filming should be fun. Oops, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Now go lay down. You look green. You look positively green. Yeah, make sure you drink water. Yeah. And don't watch television. Why don't you just kick back, listen to some music or something? He looks positively white. Evil Dead style, indeed. For life signs detectors, what do we got here? Love the cube, very good. Thank you, Machine Spirit. Thank you for the follow. Can't take my eyes off that PC tower behind David. Cal. Oh, Cal. So, Cal, this is a very old... No, it's not that old. But the stuff inside it is pretty old. I'm going to pull it apart for our PC club, and we're going to examine the guts and see what they, what parts are what. But I actually wanted to talk to Cal because I would love Cal to join me if she doesn't mind at some point. Because I really want... I spoke about this yesterday. I really want to get some female gamers in on the PC gaming club because right now it's all boys, and it's all boys and because of me, because I've invited the kids in my Tech Bandits who basically aren't as interested in the science technology side of stuff, like my son is more interested in the PC side of stuff, and for some reason the girls generally don't do PC gaming in my group. I'm not saying in general. I'm saying just in my group. They're basically using Switch or consoles if they are gaming, and then some of them just aren't gaming at all because their parents don't sort of approve of that stuff. So whereas the boys are definitely, that's all they want to talk about is gaming. So I thought there's an opportunity there to get the kids excited. So I basically, as always, give myself more work. I now have 2 Tech Bandits that I'm doing. And again, I'm going to do a shout out to D-Stat for... D-Stat has been amazing. He's looking at equipment for us. He's looking at parts for us, and he's become a big Patreon sponsor as well. So I'm sort of calling him my official sponsor because he's done so much for us. So I do have to say thank you again to him for that. It's amazing. To everybody, I really honestly... this is the beauty of the Patreon thing is a buck here, a buck there really helps, make this stuff happen. I start seeing this future where maybe I can actually be doing this kind of fun stuff all the time. So anyway, okay, question from Monica Lake. Again, Monica, what question do you have now? Hey, David, was the Klingon an ad-lib or actually scripted? Paulie looks like he wants to facepalm at the phrase. I'm pretty sure that was scripted, and they usually are. It's rare that I can't imagine that getting past anyone other than the writer at that point. He doesn't look very comfortable with that line, does he? At all. Pixie Rose says, "I'm a girl. I game. I suck, but I do it." There you go, Pixie. We should get you involved as well. Hulock. What do you got, Hulock? David, I wanted to thank you for bringing us dog's breakfast. Oh. Oh, fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. Oh, God, I love making that movie. So much fun. I'd like to do more of them. I think Kate's been talking about doing some more of the Assassinate stuff. She's really sort of been pushing for that. So I sort of I caved a little and said if she wanted to sort of do a development thing for that, she could do that. So we'll see. Maybe there'll be some more dog's breakfasty things happening. I only play PC games, and I'm a girl as well. Yeah, look, I am by no means saying that girls don't. I'm saying that within this group of people who of 12 to what are they, probably like 11 to 13-year-olds. It just happens that they don't sort of cross over. And let's just say that the kids who are more McKay-like, more like myself when I was a kid, their interests are only in gaming. It's not, they have no interest in the science or learning anything really. So I've been using gaming as I think I see it as a really cool way in to teach kids stuff, because they're learning communication skills, they're learning planning skills, they're learning how to run a business, how to market a business. I mean, Twitch streaming or streaming on YouTube or whatever we're not even streaming. YouTube videos and stuff. There's an art and a science and a business to that, and I just feel like they don't always understand that. Like Baz has taken an interest in stuff that he wouldn't have before, because it's related to the whole streaming thing. So I just think I think there's an opportunity there to maybe get a little bit of teaching in there as well. So what are the questions we got? If you record an ad spot for Tech Bandits, 30 seconds or a minute, I could totally put it in the middle of some of my podcast audio drama episodes. Help you out. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Who was that who offered to do that? That's fantastic. Let me just give it a shout out. Third Eye Storytelling, of course. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. I should do an ad for them, shouldn't I? Someone was actually saying that I should. How come Sentient Tally doesn't direct anymore? He does Sentient Twitch. He does very much so. He's doing a lot of television. He has just got a huge series that they've put into development with one of the brother of Inception. Oh my God, whatever it is. Who's the Inception director? So the Inception director's brother, who does a lot of writing for him, is doing that. So he's Nolan. That's it. So it's the other Jonathan Nolan. So Jonathan Nolan is working with. I'm really jealous actually, because so Vinny's working with Vinny. He hates being called Vinny. Vincenzo and Jonathan Nolan and William Gibson are working together on a new series, which should be really cool. So yeah, I love Memento too. Although it's really frustrating me because it's like a movie told in little bits. I mean, it's so interesting and interesting to try to follow. What else we got here? Any other questions? Yes, the Xbox and PS4 controllers do work on the PC, and I wonder why more people don't use them, actually. Anyone here play D&D? So Bashful Apathetic, I guess is probably a better way, apathetic. There's an interesting one. So I got from Wyvern Gaming, I got a beta for the new, it's 5th edition based D&D, Stargate game. So I am plowing through that now in the hopes of doing some of that, which would be amazing, I gotta say. So, because that would be a great return to Dungeons and Dragons for me by going back to Stargate. Go check out Wyvern Gaming for that, because it's basically a 5th edition Stargate RPG game, but it's based on that 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, isn't that amazing? I mean, it just makes so much sense. Like, why the heck haven't they done this? I mean, look, everything with MGM is like glacial. Like, it just takes forever for any of these things to happen, and I apologize to MGM for that, but it's the truth. I don't think they've ever really managed to crack the merchandising side of stuff. I see other shows with just the best merchandise, and I feel like they really let us down on a lot of that. Although I do like the action figures. I do like my McKay action figures, or in-action figures as I call them. It's not a video game. It's a Dungeons and Dragons game. So I would love to do that. I thought it would be a great way of raising money for Tech Bandits too. It would be to do Stargate RPG streams as well. We could become the what is it? We'd be the what are they called? We'd be the Critical Role of Stargate. I think that'd be kind of fun. Could bring in Stargate people to do it. Like have Zelenka come in and actually play Zelenka and stuff. Although it's based on SG-1, so it's not based on Atlantis yet. Atlantis will be something I'm guessing will be like new content later on, and I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say, by the way. But But basically, yeah, I think it's already been announced that there's this game out there, so I think I could talk about that. So I need a McKay action figure. The McKay action figures are freaking expensive now. I had a box of them. I used to give them away to friends and family and people just randomly. I just literally like fans. I'd go like, oh, hey, you want one of these? Here, take one of those. Now they're worth like hundreds of dollars type thing. Paper Clips, thank you. Is that the Stargate role-playing game? Is that the actual one? Does that go to Wyvern? It's Wyvern Gaming are the ones who are doing it. I'm not sure if it's the first people to have done them. So, okay, Stealthy Druid, that would be awesome. You can open it up to Patreon too and do it online through Fantasy Grounds or Roll20. Really? Okay, so I got to talk to people about that because I'm not sure about that. Oh, Spinnermaker, you got an action figure signed by me? You are a lucky, lucky soul. Even I don't have them signed. They were what? They are. I had to buy one used and. In a box was $400. Oh my God! Seriously? They didn't make enough of them. That's the problem. They should do another run of those. It'd be so cool. Roll20. I've got to try. Okay, I'll have to do that. Very good. Any more questions? Anyone? I don't want to. I feel like I don't want to. I tend to. I'm not terribly good at staying on track. So if people do have questions, I don't want them to feel like they've got left out. Or yeah, I got all the SGA figures, but it comes at a fair amount to get a few of them. Yeah, no kidding, Monica Lake. I only have my the Rodney McKays, and I kind of wish I had. Now that I kind of wish I could have the whole set because then I could make little Stargate movies. That's what I thought would be kind of fun. It'd be just to get all of the action figures, and then just do like little films of them. What's a treatment in filmmaking? A treatment, Angry Educator, good question. So a treatment is basically you write about what the show or the film or whatever would be about. So it's almost like a pitch. In fact, it's not even almost like, it is basically a pitch for the show where you write about the characters and the story and the world and how it's going to be filmed and when it's going to be filmed and not so much when it's going to be filmed, but, the look, the feel, the tone of a show. So, and they're very, very important. In my life, I have written many, 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 many treatments for different shows, and only really had a couple of them go anywhere. One of them was MGM. I did one called Judas Run, which was kind of fun. My pitch was that it was what was it? Midnight Run, but with aliens, basically. So instead of being hunted down by mafiosa people, it was the guy was an alien. He was being hunted down by other aliens that were all sort of that were sort of embedded in the world type thing. So I thought it was a really fun series. But MGM went under. They were very kind. They paid me for the show and everything, and I wrote a pilot and all that jazz. But then they sort of went under or changed hands or something like that. So there was that, and then I had this show called Star-Crossed, which was a science fiction comedy. It wasn't science fiction comedy. It was basically a sitcom about the making of a sci-fi show, which I know has been talked about or done a million times. But this was really, really fun. It was supposed to happen in conjunction with Stargate. So the idea was we would shoot it like in the off season. So we would do Stargate, and then I would go off and I would do this show. And we would go to all the sets of all the other shows because Battlestar was there, and they even had. They had Battlestar, they had Eureka, they had all these. So I was going to do a sci-fi show that sort of played on this world of all the shows. So that was kind of fun. So yes, it was like Studio 60 and Sunset Strip. In fact, it was actually that season was the season that I took it to Sci-Fi, and they developed it for 4 years, and then nothing happened. So there you go. That was that. But that's the nature of film, by the way. Like, this isn't just me. This is like, I'm not just the only failure. It's the way it works. I mean, you just pitch stuff all the time. I've got friends who make, a fortune doing this stuff. And they spend most of their time talking about shows that never get made. I'm getting paid for it. So, and I got paid for those too, by the way. So no tears required. I got paid to develop both of those shows. So, it was great. Stop motion with McKay, and yeah, exactly, like a stop motion with all of the Stargate characters. I think it'd be kind of cool. I should start looking on eBay if I can collect all of the. They wouldn't need to be in boxes or anything because I'd be using them anyways. But do stop motion or oh no, even better. Oh, okay. Let me run this by you. What if you scanned the action figures and then animated them? Because then it wouldn't be stop motion. It could actually be like rigged, like 3D. Oh, I love that. That's really good. Yeah, interesting. Jane is very good, thank you, Pac Mom. She's doing very well. I gotta say, she made for a thank you, devoted clown, for your follow. She made my birthday like the best thing ever. Like, it was just, honestly, I think I was built for quarantine birthdays. It was spectacular. Okay, questions. Like Robot Chicken. Yes, that could be fun. Although, God, the time it would take to make those things. That's why I was thinking about doing it with animation as well. Like, rig them, put them into Cinema 4D, and then just animate them from there or something. It could be kind of cool. Spinnerbreaker has pitched a lot of things, from a tech breakdown show for Stargate Command to my own IP sci-fi series called Exodus. Oh, very cool. And you can read the story for the free in an Atlas to Space-Time and Bonfires. Look, I mean, this is the thing. There's some amazing ideas out there. Getting them on television is a whole other thing altogether. I mean, I've got very, very frustrated with it because I feel like I'm not... My objective is to get stuff made, not to write stuff. I don't take much glee in writing stuff that never gets made. Although I understand the process. I suppose if I was writing books, it would be a different thing. But books are, I'm not sure I've got the the talent or the patience to do something like that. I've got friends who write books all the time. I'm amazed at it. Yeah, comic book ideas, same thing. Mug looks like Doctor Who. Not only does it look like Doctor Who, it is Doctor Who, and it's my first Doctor because we never forget our first Doctor. We've got K9, we've got Tom Baker on the other side. Yes, this was my Doctor, and it's like one of my favorite mugs. I wish it was a bit bigger because I need more coffee, but what do we got? Stargate action figures. What are they going for? How much are they going for, Polynomial? And hello, Polynomial, by the way. Yes. Saren Mithson, Missaran. I suck at these names. Yes, your first Doctor as well, Tom Baker. Pertwee was actually my first Doctor, who I loved. But then Tom Baker really, that got the hooks in for me, $16? Is that it? For what? For one of me? Or for who? Who's it for? Wolves Den. Really good point. And that, honestly, is part of the reason why I like the Twitch, why I like the streaming, why I like the YouTube thing, is the reality is, like, you can have your own channels now. If you're willing to do the work, I think you can make your own stuff. And I've always preferred just sort of, like, grabbing stuff and trying stuff and seeing what works and what doesn't work. I've never been sort of afraid of, making a fool of myself, because that's what I do for a living. But just that there's these amazing like tools and platforms out there for getting your stuff out there. I mean, look, Third Eye Storytelling is another great example. I mean, they're doing podcasts, they're doing stories. A lot of people do this kind of stuff. 11th Doctor, played by Matt Smith, was one of my favorites. I loved, of all the new Doctors, I've got to say, I think Matt Smith was my favorite. Yeah. I mean, I love and respect all the other ones. I just, So $16 for McKay and $160 for Shepard. Shut up, K. Michael. No way. Really? Shut the front door. These figures are no longer available. Please check your local comic store for inventory. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I mean, Tennant and Matt were both amazing. I loved what Tennant did as well. I just, of the Doctor Who series, for some reason I liked them. There was a darkness to the Matt Smith stuff that I really liked, and I think there was a sort of a sense of jeopardy and of loss and there was something kind of wonderful about those actual episodes. And I remember with Tom Baker, it was the same thing for me. Tom Baker had this sense of peril, even though you knew the Doctor was probably going to make it. He just had that sense of peril that I liked, what do we got? Was talking about how the next Oscar winners are making their own content right now. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, I remember Coppola talking about, like, the people he's most worried about are the kids in the basement making their own movies, because they're gonna, they'll inherit the world. David, what was under Joe's sweatband? It was some type of bracelet? Interesting. I don't know. Ronan is $246 on Amazon. Holy moly. He looks better, though. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that action figure. That's definitely an action figure. I have incredible memories of the Fourth Doctor episodes. Yes. I'm going to have to disagree. Matt Smith was great, but not best. Oh boy, here we go. Here comes the arguments. That's the fact. It doesn't, everyone's got. That's the beautiful thing about Doctor Who, right? It's got a little bit of everything for everybody, right? So that's why I love that show. Since the day I saw Doctor Who, I've been trying to come up with ways of being a Doctor Who. I mean, the idea that McKay was was a character in a way that was very Doctor Who-like. I've been sort of like hunting for like a way of somehow getting to play Doctor Who. I'd love to play Doctor Who, and people have said this, like, you can't, you're Canadian. I'm actually British. I was born in England, so that's why I'm into Doctor Who. It's like Doctor Who came late to Canada, and late to the States for that matter. But in England, it was like that was it. I mean, it was a big deal. Catherine Tate, that was fun. Yeah, that was really fun. I have seen Jason's commercials. Yes, really creepy. Smartest doctor on Atlantis. I don't even want to know where that's going. What else we got? Love them all, don't get me wrong. Baker Smith felt more real with it. Well, here's the thing. I think when they created visual effects, and when visual effects became so predominant, I found that people tended to fall back on them a lot. And back in the Doctor Who days, and in the Star Wars days, that's where you saw this stuff. You didn't see it on the internet. You didn't see it anywhere else. People weren't doing this stuff with any kind of, certainly weren't getting an audience for this kind of stuff the way that Doctor Who and Star Wars and all those were. Now, you're competing with people in the basement. I mean, like one of the best things I've ever seen is Astartes, which is the Warhammer series of videos. So they're short videos. They're done by like one guy. I'm sure he's got help, but basically spearheaded by this one guy. They're Warhammer appropriate content, if that makes sense. Like they sort of adhere to some of the Warhammer storyline stuff. Not that I know a lot about Warhammer, but the show is just gorgeous. And I think, no, I don't think anything. It is better than a lot of the films I've been watching. I mean, there are better effects in that series than better effects in a basement series, basically, in a fan film than there was in the films themselves. I mean, I saw the most recent Star Wars. There was some terrible effects in that. There were some beautiful ones, but there were also some awful ones. And when you've got someone who loves what they're doing and is doing it purely for the love, they're not going to let those shots go through. When you're doing it for money, you run out of money. I mean, like, that's the fact of the matter is you run out of money, you run out of time. That's what happens with visual effects, right? So I don't think you can hold a candle to a lot of the homemade stuff that's being done. It's one of the reasons why I absolutely adore Red Giant. Red Giant is this company that allows people to make this kind of make like crazy huge creature feature sci-fi blockbuster action spectaculars. You can make that with their software, you basically just subscribe to it. And they provide all the tutorials, and they do short films of their own. I mean, they're a creative bunch. I love them. I'm sorry, I sound like an ad, and I'm not an ad for them in any way, just to be very clear. They were kind enough to give me a subscription to play with, and I've just been hooked ever since. I spoke at one of their year-end meetings because I was so enamored with just the way they run their company and what they do. I was just love it. Use DaVinci Resolve 16, but then it's free. Yes, yeah. I mean, look, free is great. When it's free to me, I get to use it, right? So, David, I bet you really disliked the Doctor Who episode Logopolis since it was Tom's last episode. Yeah, it was weird. I remember he died when the Tom Baker Doctor regenerated. I remember thinking, like, who is this? And then I just stopped watching. It was the weirdest thing. Like, it was no offense to him. It just didn't seem right to me. Like, it was a different show. And for that, I was, so. Wolf's Den. Though I lean towards Production Crate for visual effects. Oh, really? What's Production Crate? Is that like some kind of what is that? Hey, Raj Luthra from Surrey, England. That's where I was born. I was born in Surrey. That's my birthplace. Red Hill, Surrey, 1968. Check the records. Welcome. A site that provides 4K effects. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good. I just went upstairs.
Did you just lie on your face for a bit?
Yeah.
I can see where you were lying on your face, like right there. Why are you all blotchy? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, my head's fine. I just feel a little under the weather.
Yeah, really? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Have you been sent down to kick me off?
No, I haven't. I came down under my own will.
Really? Under your own will?
Well, I just didn't know.
We are privileged. What do we got here? I remember the first time I met you. We were I was watching your kid play Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, and I said the only reason the team was doing any good was because the healer was getting everyone, and thank God the healer was Baz, because that would have been an awkward. Otherwise, good. Oh, devout spirit. Well, thank you.
Oh my God.
That's good to know. Baz was doing the healing.
Garden Warfare 2 was...
Baz was doing the healing.
I remember that. I remember that con. That was one of the best times.
That was amazing.
That was also the time, I'm pretty sure...
I mean, I think that's the problem with sort of changing characters like that, is that you find yourself suddenly... is that if you're used to watching a show and then they change the lead on you... I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this. What are we watching? Killing in Paradise?
Death in Paradise.
Death in Paradise, because we really like this this guy. Although, to be fair, the first one we watched was the guy from Father Ted, wasn't it? We watched newer episodes and then went back and started watching them all. So, Corinne, question. I got downloads of the SGA audio dramas, and I'm sad they never did a McKay one. Were you ever approached about doing one? I was approached a few times about audio stuff. When agents get involved, it tends to sort of become difficult. And also timing. Like when I was shooting Stargate, I just run ragged, honestly. I mean, I had a ton of lines to learn every night. I was in every day. And when weekends and free time rolled around, in many cases, I'd end up having to do voiceover stuff. So for Stargate, you have to go in and re-record like bits of dialogue and stuff to fix things. So I didn't get a lot of time for commentary. I didn't get a lot of time for any of the other stuff. And also, I just felt kind of weird about about reading an audio book. It wasn't sort of a skill set that I thought I had. I think I've had more training with that now that I've had a kid, because I actually get to, I've done a lot of reading now for the kid, but it wasn't something that I feel like was in my wheelhouse for skills, if that makes sense. You should be in video games. Yes. Oh my God. I'd love to do video games. Yeah. No, I would love to do video games. I'd love to do character in video games. I think that'd be absolutely awesome. And someone should put like a McKay in a video game. So next person making a video game, put a McKay character without calling them McKay. And there you go. I can play that. Yeah, big thanks to Pixie Rose for not broadcasting that episode along with us. That would be amazing. I figured they'd just do the audiobooks and dramas during the off season. Yes, Karem, they did. But again, I mean, like the idea of just getting that stuff together, honestly, it was just never really it was never one of those things that I felt were, it's more of audio acting than reading. Yeah, and I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that. I mean, like doing people's voices and stuff, it's just not really my skills. You know what I mean? Like, hello, James. James is still here. James, I'm sorry I haven't downloaded those files yet. I should give them a go. I will give them a go as soon as I wrap up here. I promise. James is kind enough to record his audio for the interview we did, and so I can have access to the the fine audio. Every element of his dulcet tones will be picked up by that. So, also making a McKay character not named McKay. I can formulate something there. Third Eye Storytelling's already working it out. Just that I think that type of character is great. Look, the guy in Death in Paradise, same thing. The character, certainly in the first episode, is very much the same. Is a very McKay character. In fact, my wife was laughing because she was saying, like, you should have played this. Like, you would be perfect for this. Like, it's literally a McKay-like detective, Alien Isolation, but Stargate with McKay. Make an unofficial audiobook based on a smutty SGA fanfic. That'll spark some interest. Good point, Ugly Beast. I could do some of that sort of like that shipping stuff, McKay looked at Shepard. Shepard looked at McKay. Their eyes locked. Yes, that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm comfortable doing voices, says the man who's been imitating Carson throughout the entire stream and then been recording initiating Joe at command. Been recorded imitating. So true. Oh my God, I just snorted. Yes. That's so true. That's very, very true. I don't know. It's just, I don't mind doing it for fun. I just feel like doing it as a job. I just don't know if I've got those. I guess I suppose I should stop being a coward and actually try something, probably, Kendra, you wrote a McKellar fanfic. Nice. There you go. What else we got here? I don't know if they're comfortable with voice. Here we go. The snort. Oh boy, they're great. Yeah, someone make sure somebody scoops that little snort clip, because that'll be great. That's like I've always thought I had the strangest laugh as it was anyways. I'm not on board the McKellar ship. Uh-oh. Don't, another fight, another argument coming. Here we go. You are now a GIF. I'm a gift to the world. The internet never forgets. It's so true. Did we just discuss not letting fear prevent you from doing things? Oh, great, Pac Mom. It's not fear. It's just, I guess it's practice. Wait, you head down on the desk? Dude, go lie down. I'm worried about you, kiddo. Have you eaten something? Now you look flushed. We went from pale white zombie to flushed red face, and then you've got those glassy eyes. Oh my God, you're hot too. Oh, great. Oh man, it's all falling apart. All right, Baz needs to go rest. It's true. What time? How are we doing? I should probably wrap it up, shouldn't I? I don't know if it's true, but apparently MGM is trying to sell. Wait, that went by way too fast. Way too fast. What's going on?
Holy smokes.
That was there's a lot of things. Okay, I don't know if it's true, but apparently MGM is trying to sell SG to a big streamer. I think it would be a good idea because a big streamer would do something with the IP, the intellectual property, instead of letting it rot away. Hulock. Look, they've been talking about selling it to other networks and stuff since the very beginning. I don't know what the deal is on that. I don't know how they do it. I don't feel like. I think they'd have to relaunch Stargate at this point. I don't know how you could redo I mean, I guess you could try doing some movies. That'd be fun. I'd love to do a Stargate movie. I think it'd be amazing. I'd also really like to do an Evil McKay. That's one I want to do. Maybe I should write a fanfic with an Evil McKay this time. All right. Mixed feelings. Current trends in the industry would lead to some low-quality reboot. I don't know. It's so hard to say. Or, with a mustache. Exactly. Evil McKay with a mustache? That'd be awesome. With goatee. Yes, you're right. I need to have, a master, from Doctor Who, from the Tom Baker era, the Doctor Who master. That'd be awesome. 2 hours and 6 minutes. Oh, my God. God, the time just whips by when you're having fun, doesn't it? You have to hand it off to the new cast. Old characters need to be on in the beginning, and I think Amazon would do it well. Yeah, look, I agree. I would love to come in as... I always thought that the best thing to do with Stargate would be to do a Stargate Academy type thing, where you could actually sort of see people being trained... people being trained and going out on missions and all that kind of stuff. Because you could hit all those stupid youth dynamics that they seem so worried about on TV these days. You got to be between 14 and 24 or whatever it is. So you could have your youthful bunch, and then you could have your elderly teachers who show up like me and snap at people and fail them. I just thought that would be a cool. That'd be sort of like a cool approach, basically. Actually, that would be kind of fun. That would be a fun fan fiction right there. Would be to do a Stargate Academy thing. Anyways, they can start Stargate Universe back up. It's new enough show that they could bring the actors back. I don't think they could, though. I honestly don't think they could. I mean, half of those guys are on to other things. I mean, isn't one of them born or something now? I mean, McKay dressing down his staff. Yes, there you go. Yeah, I think the idea of I mean, I wouldn't call it Stargate Academy. I'd call it Stargate McKay. Yeah, I just think it'd be kind of fun. If I was pontificating about what would be fun to do with the show, that would be I think that would be kind of fun. Yeah, it's true. David Blue, you need 2 David Blues now. Because David Blue, sort of the whole idea was he was kind of this sort of chubby, nerdy guy on the show, right? Now he's like Mr. Fit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the whole thing. That's why I feel could you imagine McKay as a curmudgeon-y professor type? That'd be amazing. Except not a professor. He would hate to be a professor. We'd want to be active to some extent, but he could be, constantly constantly being outdone by his younger students and stuff. It'd be amazing. All right, I should wrap this up. This kid needs to be taken upstairs and lay down and told to relax. All right, so I had professors like that. Yeah, I mean, I had teachers that were very McKay-like for sure. Spinnerbreak pitched Stargate Command, an anthology-type series with several key teams coming together for crossovers. Look, again, I don't think the problem is ideas. You know what I mean? The problem is not ideas for Stargate. The problem with Stargate is copyright and intellectual property. Who owns things? And there's just so many people. There's such a it's like this morass of morass, is that the right word? This is like huge mess of interconnected licensing and owners of property owners and writers and producers and all sorts of stuff. So the reason why it doesn't get made is, I think, probably because of all this stupid film, TV politics, which drives me crazy, and which is why I'm on the interwebs. All right, speaking of interwebs, thank you, everybody. I should probably wrap this up. Thank you all very much. I think we'll see you I like that every 2 weeks is working pretty well. I know it'd be nice to do it every week, but I think if we do it every other week, that's probably, a good way to keep things rolling, and gives me time to do stuff in between. I'll tell you something else that we're thinking about doing. I'm going to throw this in just at the end here. I was talking to the Odin the other day. So the Odin is this amazing company run by Josiah Zahner, they do biohacking and bioengineering courses and just an amazing bunch of stuff that they've got going. And so I approached him and said, look, how would you feel about maybe me doing some of the experiments like live, maybe do some videos and do some of my Tech Bandit stuff, but with some biotechnology stuff, because there's really cool kits he's got, things that you take these sort of benign bacterial cultures, and then you can actually genetically engineer them to glow in the dark using jellyfish DNA and stuff. So I just thought, Soul Ray, thank you very much. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool to do a bit more science stuff. So so my hope was that I could do something like that. So the idea is I would probably have to come up with a couple of days. It would be like a 2-day course, and I would run through everything with the Odin. And Josiah, and then I would sort of open it up to people, and we'd have like a bunch of people coming on and do like basically a biotech class, but I would be not teaching it so much as doing it with you, and perhaps hosting a biotech class, and then we could go to Josiah and the Odin and all the amazing folks there that know what they're talking about to help it out. So think about that. If anyone's interested, let me know. And Xenos, thank you so much. Yes, Patreon would be wonderful if people could. If there's any way, a buck or two could go towards Tech Bandits on a monthly basis, that'd be fantastic. I understand that's a lot to ask, especially now. There's also donations on the website. There's donations, I think, we've now got a donation bucket in here as well, I think. Baz set that up. Bashful, thank you very much for your subscriptions. Also subscriptions. Yes, that helps too. So again, I know it's a weird time, and I please don't feel you have to in any way. This is open to everybody, but I am trying to build the Tech Bandits empire. So if you can help out with that, that would be fantastic, because it's the whole idea of just sort of inspiring kids, to trying to inspire that contagious curiosity in kids that I never lost. So it's just kind of fun to have a bunch of kids get excited about stuff in the same way that I do. So there you go. There you have it. All right, what do we got? I need Baz's 4-digit tag for Discord. Do you? I have the mug, but not a t-shirt. I need a bigger mug. That's true. I got to get t-shirts too. Yes. I'm going to do some new t-shirts as well. I want to do like t-shirts that have all of Jack Jasper's little icons on it. I think that would be cool too. Jack Jasper is our amazing friend who helped us do that, by the way. Yeah, I think they want to relaunch the show and just say something went wrong with the stasis pods and some of them failed. Yeah, that's a good way to get out of it. That's a good point. But again, they've pulled all the set apart, so you've got to build the whole set as well. So, Bigger mug, says Pac Mom. I'm with you. I'm with you, Pac Mom. In fact, maybe I should look for, if I can't, maybe I can talk Spreadshirt into getting a bigger mug, because I too feel like if you're going to get a cup of something, this ain't going to hack it. I have to drink like 50 of these things. All right. Thank you all. You're wonderful. I'm going to say adieu, which is French for goodbye, and done very badly. Travel mugs. There are travel mugs, Stealthy Druid. If you look, there are travel mugs that have the logo on it that can be capped up. Thank you very much. You may love me, but I love you more. Yes, it's this. Look, I love doing these things. Thank you for joining me on this. Thank you for joining me on all the other things we do. Thank you for gaming with my son and I. It's a ton of fun, and I think perhaps more importantly than anything, thank you so much for helping me do what I love doing, which is to talk science to fellow nerds. So yes, until we geek again. Cheerio! Thank you very much, everybody.